Welcome back to Review and Preview here at WCWP Sports. All right, so on the break, I just want to get this out. You know, I really miss doing this. It just, like you said, after a while, the commute was so far, and you know, I miss being in the sporting world. You know, I did this for a lot of years with you, but I mean, I have so many other memories with you guys doing this show and all the stuff that we did at Post. You got the stairs right here. Everyone who's going with Amanda is going with the stairs. Where are they? We were doing the post football, and there was only about 2 or 3 of us doing it in those days too, small staff. And I said, "Hey Tom, you want to come on the show?" You know, I met you, and I think my first, after 5 minutes of meeting you, Tom, I was like, "Please come on my show," because you know we needed some bodies, and we needed knowledge and people who had passion for sports. And 10 years later now, Tom's taken this to a whole new level that I can't even believe. So proud to see all you guys, you know, go forward. I mean, Kyle, I still remember the first day you came out on air, and I remember going, this kid's in high school, going, wow, he's really good. And here you are now. So, you know, I'm just, I'm happy to have met you guys and that you continue to do the show. Proud of all you guys. And, you know, I'll have to try to come on again sometime because, you know, I really miss doing this. Preview, thanks, Griff. Liking the beats.
I'm loving these new music.
Kicking it back old school. It is what, the 39 games into the season, and Porzingis is tired. Like Chaville, living right on the side, a redress to kill. So if you see me cruising girls, just to move a step aside, ain't enough room to fit you all in my rider for first come, first serve.
I would say my favorite memory is when we first reconnected. I remember driving home that day. I'm like, oh my God, I just did a radio show. And I did it with my friend Brian.
Brian, I was like, I get you're a Yankees fan, but you really think Luis Severino's going to win the Cy Young? He's like, no, absolutely not. I was like, so why? I was like, why'd you say that then? And he simply said, because, you know, if everyone agrees to say the same thing on the show, it kind of is boring. Because it's like, yeah, I agree. There's nothing to talk about afterwards. That moment where it was like my first lesson I learned from Brian, and to this day, you know, was 4 years later at this point that I still remember, and I still use that tactic to this day.
He was producing those football games when I had first gotten involved. He made sure I knew everything that went into those broadcasts. We were just about attached to the hip the last 5 or 6 games of that first season. Any success I had moving forward producing those broadcasts, I owe to Brian.
You could tell how passionate Brian was to voice his displeasure and to do the show, and that's some of the many things that we're going to miss about Brian.
He was a great pal of mine on radio shows, on college broadcasts, and I couldn't think of a possible better guy to be my mentor.
We always spoke about wanting to play 18 holes of golf together. At the time, it seemed like we had all the time in the world to do so. Obviously, we don't. Rest in peace to my good friend.
He was just an overall incredible person. You know, not only colleague, but friend, you know, and someone you can always rely on.
He's a good friend and he'll be missed.
Brian, we love you. We miss you. Thank you so much, everybody.
Just continue the great work, guys. You know, I'm proud to have been a part of this. I'm glad it made it 10 years, and thank you so much for having me on.